guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. If you happen to be a day one here on day one, it's been forever since I've said that, I know, but shout out to you for rocking with me after all these years. Honestly, I didn't know how I was going to go about doing this video, so I'm literally just doing it. I've sat down so many times to record it. I've stumbled over my words. I've forgotten things. I just all over the place. And y'all know me, I'm scatterbrained. So most of the time I'm all over the place, but we're going to get it done. So I have a life update for you guys in this video, as well as a couple exciting announcements. And before we get into those, well, I'm not going to make this a long intro, I pinky promise. I want to say, guys, I'm super grateful to even be in the headspace to sit here and make this video for you guys. And by the way, if you don't like all that, let me know and I'll turn it off. I don't know. I like it. I feel like it just gives full attention at all times. You feel me? I like it. But again, if you don't like it, I'll turn it off. And for all future videos. So let me know. Then the other thing that I want to say before we get started with the video, I'm not going to go into depth with a entire life update and let you know where I've been for like the past 4 years. If you guys are more interested in an actual like what's been going on with Summer type of video beyond like the quick updates, let me know and I'll do a part 2 or a separate video. Now jumping right into things, guys. First thing, I did a lot of moving in the past year. Moved into a place that I thought was my absolute dream. Actually, I put it here, the home tour, and I loved that place to pieces. You hear me? 2 pieces. But we had some issues with some unwanted roommates, if you know what I'm saying. Ain't gonna go into the details, but y'all, once management found out about said roommates, right, if you're following me, and they tried to kick them out, tried everything they could to get them out, and they would not leave, they let me out of my lease quickly, because baby, I was paying way too much, okay? But happened to find another place that felt just as much like home, and we are all settled in, and I have made it home as I always do, as you can see. I'm grateful to finally be still, because until I could get all of that situation figured out, I was stressing, child. I was stressing. But again, here, president put together, decor is dead. But anyway, we're gonna stay on track. Second thing, guys, I have started a podcast and I'm working on getting the 3rd episode recorded. I'm trying to decide if I want to make it more of a visual thing. I have sat down and actually recorded the visual with the audio. Would you listen to it on wherever you listen to podcasts? Or again, would you rather see me talking to you like this? The podcast is called Grow Your Glow. And if you really rock with Summer like that, you already know about Grow Your Glow, because I actually started that podcast back in 2020, but I was overthinking. I actually got 5 or 6 episodes in before I just, again, started overthinking everything, started listening to my voice too much, started over critiquing myself, and I just took everything down, deleted all the episodes, and I'm like, why, Summer? It could have been so much more by now. I was getting good feedback from a lot of people on the topics and everything. So I promised myself I was going to revive that podcast, and I was just going to do it. I was going to stop overthinking a lot of things this year, i.e. YouTube, because I know this video is not going to be perfect. I know, as always, I may be a little all over the place, but that's why y'all love me, right? I'm not perfect, and I show y'all that. But with the podcast, I'm looking very forward to having a couple near and dear guests on the pod that truly inspire me. With the title being Grow Your Glow, the podcast is really to, I ain't gonna be all generic with it, to empower women and all of, we know we're here for that. Is really to bring out the glow in the listener. Honestly, you don't just have to be a woman. I mean, I'm sure that's going to be the majority of my listeners, because I do it for the girls, but if you are on a journey, especially if you're on a weight loss journey, but any journey that you're beginning on your life, in your life, I believe that that podcast can truly, truly inspire you, motivate you, even educate you in some areas that you may have no idea about, right? Because it's not going to just be about weight loss, but I may do one other video here about the podcast. We'll see. So, starting a podcast, I have something else that I'm working on very, very hard. The hardest thing I feel like I've ever worked on in my life is my baby. This is possibly even bigger than Glow Depot. If you guys know, Glow Depot was my first business. It was a spiritually based, product-based business. And I'm going to definitely, if nothing else, do a podcast episode about why I closed that business. A lot happened in that era of my life, and I'm grateful that I went through it. But because of having that experience, moving on to the next, right now I call it a project, but it's my baby. Moving on to the next big baby of my life, I'm ready. I'm ready. All of the mistakes that I made with Glow Depot, I'm fully taking on the lessons and integrating them into all of my planning and all of the things. So grateful for the experience, honestly, and grateful for the growth, because if you do remember Glow Depot, if you've ever purchased from Glow Depot, she scaled quickly, like as a small business, if you will, small Black-owned business. Like, Glow Depot did some quick numbers before she, you know. So yeah, we on a roll with it, baby. I told myself we were going to be under 15 minutes with this video, under 15. Now this is the next big thing, and honestly, I held the biggest thing for last. Guys, I have not been happy with myself, with my physical, and I'm saying all of this very just open and transparent and not with too much emotion right now, because I got all the emotion out. In recent months, I've bawled my eyes out. I've almost tried to punch through walls, but I don't feel like I got that fist strength. I've went through absolutely every emotion you can imagine around my weight loss journey, my fitness, my weight, my health, my nutrition, like Fairly Odd Parents, like, feel me? And where I'm at now, I'm finally in a place of utter acceptance. That's the word. I accept who I am. I accept where I am, because I've went through most of my life, not only my journey, not the past decade of a weight loss journey, of skin removal, of this transformation of Summer, my whole life. From as far back as I can remember, I have not accepted multiple parts about myself. I did not allow the puzzle pieces to fit. And now that I've had this moment, I can finally see clearer. I can see my goals. I can see what I want for myself, what it's going to take to get there. And I'm not in denial anymore. Of course, I'm a little delulu. You got to be, right? But not in the sense that, Summer, that's not really, it's not possible. Anything is possible, bitch. I'm in that place. I'm in that space. And with that being said, I have never really had a very structured plan. And I'll never say I got lucky by losing 200 pounds. I literally worked my ass off. But losing the 200 pounds then versus losing 10 pounds, 5 pounds, 2 pounds now, whole different struggle. And now that I am 31, my hormones are completely different than my 21, 22, 3, 4-year-old self. The battle is different. I can't treat my body the same way. I can't do these extreme HIIT workouts 6 or 7 days a week like I used to, or I don't recover. That's something else entirely, is recovery, making sure that I prioritize higher protein and just all of the things that you hear all the time. But when you're in the midst of a weight loss journey and you're seeing results, you don't care. A big part of you does not care. You just want to see the results. And because I did just want the results, I got them back then, but at the cost of my future self, which is dealing with a lot of the cleanup. from not only those things that I just mentioned, but from also not talking nicely to myself. I was very, very mean. I would never talk to a friend the way that I've talked to myself along this journey up until now. Because I'm okay with finally saying I'm not happy with my physical body and my current state of health, my current weight. I feel much more puffy, more inflamed than ever before in my life. So this journey that I'm going on is not only about losing weight. That is a big goal I do have. But it's about healing my body from the inside out. I'm not only doing this for my health, vanity reasons, right? But when you look good, you feel good. And I have not felt like myself for years. My body has gone through a lot, given, right? Things that I've never told you guys. But that's no excuse and no reason to stay stuck or feel like I can't change. And I felt that way up until this point. So now that I've let go of that, I'm ready to experience the highest version of me that I have never met yet. But I know she exists. It's crazy I know she exists because I just have these little moments, these little sparks almost. And I'm not trying to be too woo-woo and like all mystical and all that, right? But there's these like little God moments that I have where I just like, I zone out and I see myself. And if I can see her, I can be her. Again, I know it sounds generic, right? But that's true. If you can see her, you can be her. I saw the version of who I became when I lost 200 pounds way before I ever met her. So I know that if I can see the version of the woman I am on my way to becoming, I will become her. I am her. I just got to let time pass and, stay aligned with her. Okay, y'all. I know that was a mouthful, right? But the reason I bring this up more than anything is to invite you on this journey with me. I'm going to be very dedicated. I'm going to have a meal plan. I'm going to have a detailed workout split, active recovery days, and I'm going to have a plan. That's something that long term I've never had. I may have a routine. I may have like rituals. I get good at being consistent, but again, never had a true strategic plan. Now that I have that, I'm ready to put in the work to see the results. I appreciate all of the comments and all of the love and support. And I know it takes a lot to lose 200 pounds naturally. I know. And I think I got comfortable with that. Like, girl, you're doing enough. You lost the weight. You look cool. Right? You look cool. And I understand compared to the version of me that I used to be, yes, I look good. But I want to feel better and look my best, not your best, not her best, not the world's best. I want to look my best and feel my best. Okay. I'm going to do a weigh-in. I may even get my measurements. I don't want it to feel so strict that I don't stick to it because I want it to be a lifelong lifestyle. But at the same time, I need structure. I need discipline. I need willpower. Okay. And I would really appreciate if you guys leave me some cheers, leave me a pep talk in the comments or something, because I'm going to need it. I'm going to need it. I sound strong right now. I know I do, but I'm going to need it. Okay. So if you made it to the end of this video, guys, I'm not going to ramble on any longer. I thank you again for rocking with me for real. Now that I have a plan, I can truly take you guys along with me in true vlog fashion, okay? Or weekly updates about my journey. So thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.